Now, we were talking earlier about Julia Gillard wanting to exert her authority a little more. There's a story, a Sam Maiden story in one of the papers this morning suggesting that the three wise men of the Labor Party who are about to report to the National Executive on what went wrong during the campaign. And one of their recommendations is that the leader, the Prime Minister, no longer choose their own ministry. And that, of course, was a matter of contention for when Kevin Rudd did exactly that. Now, here was Julia Gillard's response to that this morning.
I've been on the public record for a long period of time saying the leader should pick their front bench team, and I will continue to do that. I'm not going to speculate on what's going to be in the review, but despite who says whatever in whatever context, I'll maintain my view. As leader, I will pick my front bench team.
So, you call for a review, but no matter what they say, this is my position and I'm sticking with it.
Yes. Well, Julia Gillard's right. She raised this issue earlier than Kevin Rudd did.
She did.
It's always been a very strong belief of hers. Also, she's Prime Minister and she's not about to give up what is a pretty substantial piece of power. I doubt whether the Faulkner-Brax Carr review will say that this was one of the great problems. I think it was a problem for Kevin Rudd, but that doesn't necessarily mean it need be a problem for any Labor Prime Minister.
And of course, when both Rudd and Gillard chose their own ministries, they did still miraculously end up to have pretty much the proportionate factional representation that they would have had the caucus chosen the ministry.
Yeah, but I still think you give the power to an individual, and it does take away that need for aspiring ministers to cultivate the backbench, and so the backbench becomes irrelevant and they become restless. You saw what happened during the Rudd period. The antagonism towards Kevin Rudd didn't come from the ministers, it came from the backbenchers and then the senators.
Well, you think that she would be smart enough to take account of that and make sure that in making her choices that she takes all that into account. She just can't go out there and pick whoever she wants on the basis of who she likes or doesn't like. She will have to consult and have to make sure that there is adequate representation.
And part of that response there this morning was surely, I'm the leader and I'll continue to lead, wasn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, in the current circumstances, it's hardly a good time for her to say, yeah, sure, I cede some of my power. I mean...
And she has changed processes within the Federal Parliamentary Labor Party. There is more discussion. She sees...
Cabinet works again.
Yeah, Cabinet works again and caucus committees work. She has senior caucus people over to the Lodge for dinner quite regularly. So those sort of things which were ignored largely when Kevin Rudd was Prime Minister are starting to happen again.